Well, it's November 2nd. It's Saturday. I am almost over to Alex's house. After this, Alex is taking me to Illinois, where we are doing, which will be my first out-of-state real hunting trip where I get to actually hunt. So, kind of a little nervous, to be honest with you. Just on a few different things, you know. One, it's brand new. It's my first trip out of state, so you never know what you're going to expect. It's another thing where I kind of want to hold out for something of older age class like I would here in Michigan. But the problem we run into is that we've got 2.5-year-olds over there in Illinois that is 120 inches, 115 inches. Never passed a deer that big. So it's going to be very interesting for me to see deer of this caliber, at least inches wise, and look at them and say, yep, that's a 2.5-year-old, we need to pass him. When if I was here in Michigan, that would be like a 3.5, 4.5-year-old, depending where I'm at, and he would have got blasted instantly. So it's kind of could be an interesting aspect to see how everything looks coming out of it. Like I said, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Just because the size of the deer, the age class, Michigan's kind of a very heavily pressured state. I haven't found that area that I can truly hunt the deer that of the age class I would outside of the UP. But I'm driving 6+ hours to the UP, so it would be nice to find something close to me like that, but I don't have it. So it's very, very hard for me to hunt deer with age class in Michigan just because I don't have it right now. I know there's at least 3 bucks on the property that is mature. That's probably 140, 150s plus. They got pictures of them 2 days ago. So, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't know. Don't know what to think about this. I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm really excited. But it's just a matter of, am I as good as what I think I am to be able to get on top of them? Is my abilities good enough to be able to put myself in a situation to at least see them? You know, can I pick out the bedding enough to see them? Can I pick up the funnels good enough to see them? Just a lot of stuff is rolling through my head right now. And I would like to at least get to that point where I am seeing that caliber of deer. And if I am seeing that good of deer and I'm kind of picking them out on the map and I'm getting there and I know what I'm doing and stuff, maybe it's not exactly me. Maybe it's just the places that I'm hunting. So, I do not know. So, either way, we got about a 5-6 hour drive ahead of us. Heading to Illinois, and we got a week out there. So, I'm super excited and ready to go. I'll keep you guys in touch. First set, it's about 5:30 in the morning, using the creek access to get to where I want to be. We got a heavy southwest wind, so as long as I can stay in the creek, we should be good. See if we can get to the spot and see what we see. little bit of a plot twist here. I thought I was going to be able to take the creek the whole way through. There's a beaver dam up here, and the bait got really sharp, and the beavers are working it. So I'm going to walk in a little bit, walk around the beaver dam, but sometimes when you're out of state or if you don't know the area, it don't always work out perfectly. So I'm going to keep going, but we're almost to the spot I want to hunt. So well, it's not fresh, but there's at least deer in the area. Bunch of deer tracks crossing. Well, I'm completely unfamiliar with this area. I've never stepped foot on it. I'm just trying to get a point where I can glass and overlook everything that I can. Got the creek bottom behind me. My wind's blowing into the creek bottom towards me. I can overlook this entire field up here. See if anything comes into it. I don't expect to shoot anything today, but I expect to at least see if there's deer in the area. Had some fresh deer tracks where they crossed the river on the other half. Got a scrape down from me, and I got a big rub down here. So I'm just gonna try to overlook everything. If I get lucky, I get lucky, but I want to see where these deer are bedding, and if it's, you know, something I want to shoot, I can go in and try hunting them out of their bed. But we'll see where they go, or if I see anything today. So if not, probably gonna be just filming with the GoPro. I don't know. First day of Illinois is first hit. See what kind of a mess we can get into. Alright, so there's a time change difference between where I live and here. It's an hour off. It's 7:30 right now. I'm gonna actually, so back in Michigan it'd be 8:30. I'm actually going to pick up and move. I'm gonna go down. There's a creek drainage over here, and there's a big ridge onto it. So where that big ridge is, I'm gonna come down, or at least come up to it. The wind's blowing away from the drainage. The big one that the rest of the guys were after got shot 2 nights ago, the night before we were gonna come. The guy who shot it said that he came into grunts. He said he's been having really good success with grunts right now. So I'm gonna grunt and tickle my my antlers and stuff, and just see if I can get anybody curious to come up. So that's the game plan. That is the game plan. Alright, I'm gonna get to walking. Like I said, if I do see something, that's gonna be up here. So it's nice being able to film and not having to worry about carrying, or can't shoot the deer because you can't film, or having a camera guy or anything. So it's pretty nice. But alright, I'm gonna get packed up. I'm gonna move down. I think I might be able to actually get up into the saddle on this one, but we'll see how much noise I can make or don't make. If I'm making a bunch of noise, then I'm not gonna set up. I'll just sit up on the ridge. So, alright, I'm gonna get to moving. Somebody was in here. Maybe earlier on in the year. Definitely some buck sign. There's deer in the area. Oh, found what I wanted to see. These are all fresh. It's dried up creek bottom. You can definitely tell how thick it is if they're using the creek bottoms. A slide or something. Beaver. This is the end of the morning set of day one. Really just trying to learn the place. I've never been on this property. You can pick out stuff on the map. But what it looks like is that, I'm trying to pick out places that are, with pressured deer. And these deer are nowhere near pressured like Michigan. We ended up driving past a couple last night, and you could basically just sit there and wave at them, and, they're 20 foot off the road. So, definitely not nearly as pressured, so they're not going to be in them. They weren't in them secluded bedding areas that I was looking for, but I did walk a lot of creek bottoms. Creek bottoms are always wet, and they're always going to show a sign, at least let you know what's in the area. So when I went farther upstream, there was lots of doe traffic up there, and there's a couple green fields up there. Looks like they're like hay and stuff like that. Once the wind actually starts switching, we're supposed to get a big storm on Tuesday. Once that switches, it starts coming out of the north. When that starts coming out of the north, then I'm going to try to head up there. But other than that, we got a south wind. It's actually just started raining. It's supposed to rain for a little bit, and after that, it's supposed to clear back up. But we're keeping a southeast wind right now, so I'm going to go back to, hopefully, as long as it doesn't rain for too long, I'm going to go back and hunt where I seen all the buck sign and hopefully be able to get one out tonight. It'd be nice to get the monkey off my back early. So, hello, having fun, brand new area. The only thing I don't like about it is a $400 combo license. I got $500 and something in tags. I bought an extra doe tag and stuff like that, and I got like $500 in tags right now. That's about the only heartbreaking part. So hopefully we can get out good tonight. Hopefully this rain's going to let up and we can get out good and get something on the ground tonight. So I'll wait for Alex to come get me and make a game plan. Day one evening set. Hunting on top of a ridge right now. There's a draw. I'll show you here in a sec. There's a draw in front of me that comes up. There's a draw right here, right next to me. There's one behind me. The one right here, right next to me, and kind of in front of me. That one, it's got a scrape over here. It's got a handful of rubs. But it looks like anything that's off of this point would, is basically going to be right here in front of me. So, hopefully we can get a deer in. I am not against shooting a doe tonight, just to let you know. So, we'll see what happens. Draw here, pulling up. Draw right here, coming down. And then after that, you got this one right here. Everything coming up off this bottom right here. Got a big bottom. So, hopefully something comes up it.
side of the saddle. Went right straight to Alex. Alex smoked him. He's literally 30 yards behind me, dead. So, whew, we're on the board. Yeah. Dude, that's a buck. I'm so happy for you, dude.
Wow.
I'm so happy.
I'm glad you've seen him. I couldn't even find the blood until like the top of the hill.
Yeah, he walked right here to right here. I thought I was sitting right over there. I thought you missed him. I thought I was going to have to shoot him again. I'm like, oh, God, here he comes.
Yeah.
Like I said, dude, he came up the hill. That's all I seen was the tines. He came up the hill, walked directly past. He walked down past 3 trails from me and walked directly to you.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, as soon as I seen your text, I stood up immediately and got the bow up. And it did. You didn't see that other buck come through?
Which one?
The one I sent you a video of?
The little 8?
Yeah.
I seen him. There was a little, like, forky, spiky, whatever that came through, too, chasing that little doe.
Okay.
I didn't know that, dude, that little doe was underneath my sand.
Yeah.
There's no way I could have even shot her if I wanted to.
It's a big.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I tell you, that's a big buck, dude.
It was 12 inch. G2.
Well, it's November 4th. It's raining right now. Doing an evening sit. It's supposed to storm first thing in the morning. It stormed pretty decent, so we're just going to come out in the evening. Last hour of the day, it's supposed to completely die down, and it's supposed to be like 20-30 mile an hour winds, and it's supposed to drop down to like 6. So it looks good for an evening sit. I've got about a mile hike in here in Illinois, which is crazy because there's so many good deer not that far back. So I got about a mile hike back to go to a spot that I've been eyeballing on the map. I picked out on the map a long time ago, and I really want to check it out. So I guess we'll see what happens. But I've got a long walk and get set up, and it gets dark at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to bust and move, and with it being rainy, everything's freaking calmed down. So I don't know, looking good. We'll see what happens, and I'll get to working. There goes 3 deer. Yeah, maybe I should shut up. Just got in the woods. There's a stand and a camera behind me, but I'm in the last little stretch before I find out where I want to be. Just looking for a lot of good heavy buck sign. I think they're going to stay bedded up until this rain stops, and I think they're going to move like none other. So I'm going to try to find a spot, and I jumped up 2 more sections of deer. I ended up jumping up about a 120-inch buck, so they're around here. Just gotta get on them. So, all right, I'm going to go look for a spot real fast. Saying that for clickbait, I'm not saying that for views. It's the biggest buck I've ever seen in my life. So, there's a funnel right here, dips down into a swamp, comes back up into this field. There's a funnel right here, so I'm sitting here, hopefully waiting for him to come out, or somebody else, but that is a giant. Maybe there's a hot doe in the area. I don't know. That was a giant. It's 3:30. I'm gonna wait. Put my phone away, see what happens. I love this place. I could cover on Michigan again and be happy. Well, it's November 5th, coming out on the morning hunt. It is raining. It's supposed to get bad later, but this is the last day that we have with a south wind. I'm going back to that field where I seen that giant on, and if I gotta start calling and stuff, probably about 7:30ish, about an hour or so after daylight, I'm gonna start calling, and hopefully I can draw him out of that bottom if I don't see him originally, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's the last little bit. Everything after tonight it's supposed to downpour about 10 o'clock on for the rest of the day. It's supposed to switch over, and we're supposed to have a cold front, and we're getting north winds. I can't sit this spot with a north wind for the rest of the week. So we're gonna try it today, and hopefully it all pays off, because I'd love to shoot that buck. So I'm gonna go get in the stand and hopefully get in there quiet enough I don't jump nothing. So. Well, I'm walking down the road to get down to my spot, taking a creek bank in. It's November 6th. First cold front, we have a north wind. I mean, it looks beautiful out. So I'm gonna get down, get to my spot, and hopefully everything goes well. I'm looking at shooting does in the morning and hunting bucks at night from their bedding. So I'm really excited, and let's get going. Well, I'm about to head back. Heading back up to the truck. I haven't done a talking spiel here in a little bit, but so the place I seen the giant, I ended up going back into it the following morning. It was my last last day to have that wind. Go into it, and the one guy actually walked up onto me. I'm way in the back. I mean, I'm a mile back. A guy walked up onto me saying that he shot a buck there 2 days ago that was very big. So I did not know that. That's the joys of public land. I can see that even out of state, it's still going to get pressured like this. But he ended up taking a frontal on one and went in front of all the vitals. Ended up breaking that back shoulder, but he jumped it up the next day in the bedding area. So, not good. So they were back in to look for it the following day, which was yesterday. So it's good to know that these bedding areas are holding more than one mature deer. That's huge. I really like that. It's just a matter of, are they here at this time or are they not? Guy in camp ended up missing a really big buck last night. His sight was loose, so it really sucks. But I mean, he didn't know, so I don't blame him. Luckily, he didn't hit the deer, no nothing. But we got that all fixed back up, and he's good to go. But just, I mean, it's 5-6 mature buck sightings this week so far, and yeah. Guess how many I've seen in Michigan in the last 15 years? Probably 2. So, yeah. Definitely a big change of pace here in Illinois. I just don't know how I'm going to go next week or whatever. I got going up to the UP, and it's going to be interesting up there because I'm going from, monsters to 80-inch 3.5-year-olds. Am I going to really want to play with that when I just got off with this? So we'll have to see how this treats me, and hopefully we get on some tonight. I'm going to try to doe hunt in the mornings, and I'm going to try to buck hunt at night. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but having fun. Definitely having fun. It's pretty cool to be a week off of work and a week off of responsibilities. So I don't know. I'm going to climb down, try to stalk my way out, and hopefully get back to the truck and make a game plan for tonight. Well, I'm not going to be able to do an interview where I'm at. I'm slipping in on buck bedding right now. Every mature buck that we've seen this trip has came off of bedding like this. Nobody's been back here yet in our group. There's 0 people sign in this area. And it is a long, steep walk, so I'm thinking it's going to be good. That's how I gotta go. I gotta read it. It's November 6th. I want to get set up before 3 o'clock, so I just gotta be real sneaky. Luckily, there's pine trees here for me to slip in, but all right, I'm gonna get going. That's all day. Well, it's November 7th. It's the morning set. As you can see behind me, it's a lot of tall grass. There's a little bit of an island down here at this bottom. I'm trying to hunt them on the pinch point, come back to the island. Hopefully something comes through. There's a lot of deer trails going through here. Not a lot of buck sign, but I'm not against shooting a doe this morning, so we'll see what happens. I'm really starting to enjoy Illinois. Looks like we're on the board for Illinois. Just shot a doe, so the only thing that sucks is that went from being a beautiful shot to her jumping everything and going back into the guts. I think I got enough penetration. I think I'm in the guts. It's gonna suck. I think I'm not gonna have to worry about her dying. It's just a matter of it's gonna take some time. She's about 100 yards behind me, so when I walk out, I'm gonna have to walk out way out and around. But yeah. Hopefully first deer on the ground for Illinois. It looks like another guy in camp shot another doe, so hopefully all goes well. It just sucks. That shot looked absolutely beautiful. And then she just took off. So, I don't know. We'll let her sit. We'll let her sit and see what happens. Wind switched. Had to move spots. Still on the same trail, but I jumped over here because the wind switched, so I see a little bit different of a view now. I'd be surprised if a third train of deer came through, but it is the rut, you never know. Maybe one of them does were hot. We'll have somebody tracking them, so I don't know. I'm excited. It's November 7th. Walking to a spot that Alex shot his buck behind me. We're walking up to try to check into this draw. This draw looks great. But I'm just trying to get it set up here. Let's see if I can turn the camera around. This stuff's nice and thick. We're gonna go look for my doe tomorrow morning. Looked like it was back in the guts. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything goes good. I think we'll find her. It's in the guts, and I never bumped her or walked near her when I walked out. So it should be good. I'm gonna get set up though. Show you guys what I'm overlooking. There's a buck somewhere, but there's a doe behind. Well, the joys of public land. Get set up. It's an absolute beautiful spot. I've seen 5 deer just trying to set up. And 2 guys just walked in underneath me and walked directly into the bedding. Oh, there he is. Going at me. Alright, set back up. I'm in a tree jungle right now, so I don't know. I'm winging it. I thought I was in a pretty good spot. I don't know, but I mean it is thick. So I'm gonna try some calling. I don't know what to think of it right now, but any deer that comes in is gonna be right in my lap. So we'll see. right. Waited 24 hours, come back out and get her. I'm filming. Waited 24 hours, come back out and get her, and yeah, that's her. That hurts in live deer, and we're gonna scare it. Yep, that's my arrow. Nock's still lighted up. Yeah, that's her.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, definitely didn't poke out the back half, and
For the fun.
yeah.
Would it be lungs then? No.
I don't
think
I've
do
seen
that.
them pop the lungs and do that, but I've never seen them actually. Here, just hold it sideways like that. I'll flip her over and check it out. Definitely guts. I wonder what that is.
All right. Arrow, like, kind of got her there almost.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of curious on. It's definitely in guts. Not bad dough. I don't know if she's bloated right now, but not bad dough.
Nope.
Made the right decision though, backing out. First deer in Illinois. Yeah, let's get to where I got that thing. I want a picture of it first though. It's Friday, November 8th. Evening set. Skip the morning set to go find the doe. Found the doe almost instantly, so that's at least good. It's evening set of the last night here in Illinois, at least for this trip. I don't know if I'll be able to make it down again. But the last night, which is crazy. It's crazy to think it's already been a week. We've hunted pretty hard as a group, done pretty good. Had seen about 7 or 8 mature deer. So, I don't know, pretty successful trip. If you look at them odds, it's a lot better than Michigan, that's for sure. Makes me want to go back home and shoot the first 2 legal deer I can and start getting ready to scout out of state. Check out Ohio and Indiana. Anything but Michigan at this point. Pretty eye-opening experience, really. What hunting could be like. And what we don't have. But other than that, 7 of us, it was 6. Another guy showed up, 7 of us at camp. Great group of guys. Alex got that buck, I got a doe. Alex's brother got a buck, or not a buck, a doe. So we got 2 does and the 1 buck. Had opportunities. A couple missed shots. I mean, it's been a pretty good camp. Just different coming down here. I'm not used to hill country either. Hill country to me is completely foreign. I got flat land over by me. So coming up here and hunting the hills and stuff like that, completely foreign to me. I do like it though. I do like it. Because if you can read the topo map and see how gradual the hill goes up, things like that, you can predict deer movement. I mean, if they're there, you can predict deer movement. Gotta keep paying attention. There's always crunching in the woods. There's a bunch of squirrels in here. I mean, a bunch. But yeah, I've done a really good job, I feel, of being able to read the topo map, figure out where the movement's gonna be. Just the problem is that me being restricted to, 20 yards and in, I gotta sit almost right on top of the movement, which kind of bit me yesterday morning. Right now with the wind, I gotta sit on this side of the spine. I guess I think you'd call it a spine. But I gotta sit on this end of it, and I mean, a deer comes through and they're eye level with me. So, I don't know, worth a shot. Not leaving here empty-handed. Definitely not gonna go shoot a little buck. So, maybe we'll be back down, but we'll see. Got a lot of thinking to do. I'm going to be quiet now and get ready for my last stop. Hopefully at least we see a bunch of deer. It'll be fun. I got a ridge over here to my right with a spine in between. Goes back up to another